Greetings and salutations, my fellow sound otakus. I wish I could come to you with a much happier type of joyful attitude, but this is one where I am not so happy. I don't think anybody would in this kind of situation. And considering what I'm going to be talking about in this video, I'd say the thumbnail is quite accurate. So I don't think I'm being deceptive or tricking people into some content within the video advertised in the thumbnail that allegedly would not be there, since I'm actually talking about it. What am I talking about, of course? As of the production of this video, my channel has been demonetized. Now, some of you are probably asking, like all the others who know about it from what I'm about to discuss with you, how the heck can this guy, who's probably one of the most say-so and probably lame bozos on YouTube, can get demonetized? And what was the reason? Here's the reason right here. Fraudulent activity is what the claim is. And the description underneath says, payments to your channel are not legitimate. What the heck does that mean? When I went to click on learning more and looking at what it showed, I didn't really see any information just off of there that looked like it was very helpful. So that frustrated me in itself. So what did I do? I did file an appeal, but I also took to Twitter because for some odd reason in the past, I've witnessed scenarios to where folks need to make a lot of noise to get the proper attention. Now, am I making this noise out of spite? I don't necessarily want it to be that way, though I am upset. But what I am doing this for is to say to YouTube, this kind of behavior that I'm talking about in this video is not okay. So, on Twitter, I tagged YouTube, Team YouTube, and the rest, and I said, my channel was demonetized as of this morning on an alleged claim of fraudulent activity. This is a very serious accusation that I do not take lightly. Please provide proof beyond reasonable doubt my alleged guilt. In the tweet under that, I said, do not even bother directing to a general link of articles, as many times over they do not provide direct answers. I request for a live YouTube employee to contact me directly. Okay, that seems reasonable, does it not? Moving on to the emails, the first one received from them goes like this. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate the time and effort contacting us regarding your issue, and I understand that you would like to seek assistance as to why your channel got demonetized. I know as well that this is something very urgent and important to you, since we are talking about your fruit of labor. Let me share the details of my findings with you. Monetization on your channel has been disabled because we've determined that your channel does not comply with YouTube's partner program terms. As a result, your channel will lose access to all monetization tools and features associated with the YouTube partner program. Your channel is out of compliance due to scams, content that deliberately tries to mislead users for financial gain. Learn more about spam, deceptive practices, and scam policies. On the other hand, we still give opportunities to our partners. If you would like to appeal, check what appeal options are available to you on YouTube Studio. You must submit your appeal within 21 days of suspension. This date is also shown on YouTube Studio in your channel's monetization overview next to the Start Appeal button. Based on your YouTube Studio, you must submit an appeal until May 24th, 2023, as long as you're able to reach the threshold for monetization below. Get 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months, or get 1,000 subscribers with 10 million valid public shorts views in the last 90 days. If you need help, let me know, or you can visit our help center. All the best. This in no way, shape, or form tells me exactly how any of my content on my channel was fraudulent in the context of payments to my channel are not legitimate. How does that work? So by you looking at this yourself, how does any of that explain how payments to my channel are not legitimate or any other form of fraudulent? I don't get it. My response to that was, I have reviewed the spam, deceptive practices, and scam policies. I do not see within my channel how my actions fulfill the descriptions within your policies of misleading users on YouTube for financial gain. You will need to present this evidence to me in which it proves beyond reasonable doubt the factors you claim. Claiming that I am engaging in fraudulent acts is a very serious accusation, and I do not take this lightly. If you cannot prove beyond reasonable doubt that I have committed fraudulent actions on your platform, especially when my channel contained ad revenue that was estimated around $146, which according to AdSense dropped to around $46. It was actually around $41 last time I looked. That seems like a fraudulent act on your part, does it not? If not, please provide reasoning as to why it does not. The information mentioned in your email to me is vague and provides no legitimate substance whatsoever as to what acts I committed in what video or stream that consists of behavior that deceives your platform's users for my own financial gain. Therefore, I reiterate again, please provide solid proof beyond reasonable doubt of my alleged guilt of fraudulent actions. I understand that you need help regarding your channel monetization, and I can imagine how important this is for you, considering your effort in creating content. Let me go ahead and discuss this further. I can sense the urgency of your concern. I am able to involve our internal team who are able to re-review your channel against our policies to make sure we review all possible avenues to monetize your channel. I am able to hear from them. Upon careful review, your YouTube Partner Program application was rejected because we found that your channel doesn't comply with our YouTube Partner Program terms. You'll be eligible to reapply in 30 days as long as your channel meets the subscriber and public watch hour requirements. On the other hand, we still give opportunities to our partners. If you would like to appeal, check what appeal options are available to you on YouTube Studio. You must submit your appeal within 21 days of suspension. We know that this may not be the result you are expecting. You can keep uploading original content and building your audience on YouTube even if you're not in the YouTube Partner Program. You can follow these general guidelines. Start by going to the monetization page to read more about the policy your channel violated. Then review your videos against the YouTube monetization policies and our community guidelines. The next step is to edit or delete any videos that violate our policies. Don't be disheartened. Upon careful review, you have the option to send an appeal via YouTube Studio. Please submit your appeal by October 13th, and get this, 2022. 2022. Should you want to process the appeal, here are some tips that you can follow. Your appeal should follow these for its format. Video only. You should not put any appeal info in the description. Less than 5 minutes long. Unlisted. Uploaded to the channel you're appealing. Narrated in English, Hindi, or Bengali, or feature English subtitles when narrated in another language. We want to understand how you create your content and get a behind-the-scenes look at your process. Your video should include the URL of your channel within the first 30 seconds of your video. Refer to the AdSense program policies, part of our YouTube channel monetization policies. Make sure you address specific parts of the policies and give examples of how your channel follows our guidelines. Focus on the channel as a whole, not just individual videos that meet our guidelines. Provide visual examples of how you create your content. Where possible, try to make a connection between what you show in your video appeal and what's on your channel. You can show yourself in the video or provide a voiceover. Show how you film your content. Show how you edit your content. Once your video appeal is ready, follow these steps to upload and submit. And of course, that's the usual. After submitting your appeal, our teams will respond within 14 days with a decision. If your appeal is successful, we'll either reapprove your channel for YPP or turn monetization back on within 30 days. If your appeal is rejected, you'll still be able to reapply to YPP 30 days after your suspension date. Learn more about our appeal process in this Help Center article. Should you have other questions, please let me know and I'll be glad to help. So on to the next reply. And I'm going to tell you, I'm getting even more frustrated each time. And yes, I left a very dissatisfied review in this regard. Here's my response to that. Considering the response and the circumstantial evidence thereof regarding the overall responses, your claim of understanding the frustration and claim of willingness to help appears to be a blatant lie. You have failed to disclose exactly how any of my videos violated your policies, specifically the policy of no spam, as well as the original complaint as notified in YouTube Studio. Payments to your channel are not legitimate. Then by instructing me to review my videos against your monetization policies and community guidelines, basically you are telling me to do your job for you. This does not help anyone. This just sends them on a wild goose chase. You are complaining about something I allegedly did wrong, so you need to articulate the exact violation, how I committed that violation, and where that violation occurred. That is your job, YouTube. If you actually carefully reviewed my channel, you would come to the conclusion yourselves regarding your instructions below. In one of the paragraphs of instructions, don't be disheartened. Upon careful review, you have the option to send an appeal via YouTube Studio. Please submit your appeal by October 13th, 2022. We are in the year 2023. Even if this was a typo, this is absolutely sloppy and causes confusion. At first, a date of May 24th, which accounts for 21 days following suspension, but now you are sharing another appeal deadline of October, and even if this was a typo, almost 5 months following suspension. This seems like it was more of a copy and paste rush than anything else. I have a video tutorial already on my channel of a behind the scenes tech tour of how I create my content. Link is included. This detail shows in itself you have not made any effort to carefully review my content. What in a 5-minute video of showing how I create content, and that's just a replication of what they said, is going to show you how I do not violate your monetization policies and community guidelines. It sounds like you are now trying to move the goalpost and that you simply lack interest in partnering with me because of a lower viewership. And you are just trying to tack on something with my channel you think will stick. Yet you have provided no proof beyond reasonable doubt how I violated your policies in the manner of misleading your users for financial gain or any payments to my channel classifying as not legitimate. If you will not provide solid evidence how I exactly violated the policy you claim, I may need to escalate this with entities much higher than you, with severe disappointment. YouTube's response to that: we appreciate your detailed response. This is Grace stepping in on behalf of my colleagues in regards to the suspension of your channel's monetization. I understand that having this issue resolved is important, but in light of your stated intent to take legal action in our correspondence, I have had to turn this case over to the legal team, who may or may not respond directly to your request as they deem necessary. I am unable to provide you with further assistance on this matter. Regards. My response: I said I may need to escalate this with entities much higher than you, which does not necessarily mean legal action. At this point, it is YouTube prompting for escalation for failing to perform a simple task. All I asked was for you to show me proof beyond reasonable doubt that I violated your platform's anti-spam policies, misled your users for financial gain, and to show just how payments to my channel constituted not legitimate. Through every email response in which I requested for this proof, you have failed to provide it and gave vague descriptions that went from anti-spam compliances to wanting to understand how I produce content, which requests to produce a video of such processes. If you truly carefully reviewed my channel as you claim that you did, you would have seen the introduction video that addresses the content I create and also the behind the scenes tech tour video that shows my equipment setup. With just the circumstances of your replies and corresponding actions, this alerts me to speculate YouTube is conspiring something against me. So I say again, my request, please provide proof of the original claim beyond reasonable doubt that I, the channel owner for Sound Otaku, have committed a policy violation related to spam, misleading for financial gain, and or payments to my channel classifying as not legitimate. If you can prove this beyond reasonable doubt, I will gladly apologize and correct the error. However, should you fail to prove this claim, you are rendering yourselves as untruthful, to which the only accommodation I request is to reinstate my channel's monetization and any views that would produce ad revenue for the duration of my suspended monetization be indemnified. That is not a difficult procedure. If your system can specify a copyright claim on a specific video and the exact time, you will have the same technical capabilities to track what videos at what time violated your anti-spam policies and address exactly how payments to my channel are not legitimate, with severe disappointment. So I definitely was upset at that point. And I took it over to Twitter every step of the way, documenting what went on in the emails here, over there. Now, was I very aggressive? Probably. But you know what? At this point, I don't take it lightly when someone claims that I'm being fraudulent. That does not sit well with me.
So here's an additional piece. As I was editing this video, I received another email from YouTube, and it went like this. Hi there. Thank you for reaching out. I hope you're doing well. My name is Marisol, stepping on behalf of Gray, and I'll be assisting you today. I appreciate your time contacting us about channel monetization. I completely understand how much it means for you to have this issue sorted out. We'll gladly work on this together. I do apologize for the confusion regarding your monetization. We have consulted the issue to our internal team. I will send you an email once I have an update. Rest assured that I will provide you with details about it. If you have other questions about this, feel free to reply to this email. In the meantime, please check this Help Center article about what we monetized. Not monetized, monetized. And my response. I wish I could believe what you mentioned, but considering the previous emails containing vague answers and no legitimate information provided for, what the demonetization notice is basically addressing me as a criminal, I have very little trust in YouTube/Google at this time. Addressing my channel or even myself as fraudulent in my activities is a very serious accusation, and that is something I do not take lightly, and neither should YouTube. Therefore, I shall reiterate my specific demands. Please provide evidence that proves beyond reasonable doubt that my channel is or has engaged in fraudulent activity in which the payments to my channel classify as not legitimate. If either the internal team or any other personnel at YouTube/Google are not able to provide such evidence, I demand that YouTube/Google perform the following for atonement. Issue a public apology to my channel and remonetize it. Any views my channel's videos received that would have generated ad revenue, as well as any super chat payments that were suspended for the duration of my channel's demonetization, shall be paid to me accordingly. Revise your procedures in addressing channels suspected of violations. Contact the content creator first via email in an attempt to discuss the alleged violations. Should the content creator fail to respond after 3 separate attempts, 1 attempt per day, then suspend monetization. It is unreasonable and disrespectful to penalize a content creator immediately without verifying the offense beyond reasonable doubt. Your current procedures show to cause severe distrust with your own partners, and if YouTube is truly serious, caring, and careful about their partners, this kind of behavior would not be happening. With watchful eyes.
So, YouTube, if you happen to see this, here's your appeal. Show me exactly what I did wrong in the concepts of fraudulent actions. Show it beyond reasonable doubt. You are claiming that I'm doing something fraudulent, so you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that statement. Otherwise, you owe me an apology. So, we'll see where this goes. But honestly, knowing how multi-billion-dollar companies are, not much hope. But there's always that possibility that a multi-billion-dollar company can do the right thing. My channel is about promoting growth, personal development of us human beings, so we grow to be better human beings. And YouTube, this isn't it. This is not how we do that. Vague answers and leaving people in the dark and moving the goalpost, that's not the way to do it. You're better than this, so be better. Thank you everyone for your time.